Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another vlog and another video. So, um, what I thought I'd what what I what I thought I'd what I thought I'd bring you all in on tonight. So, sometimes in some instances, I tend to act as though I tend to wish for certain things, but then not too long afterwards, don't seem to take it real serious. Today, er, early today, early, early to, er, early today, er, er, early today, early today, early today. Myself and one of our other people here had sort of caught up a little bit in how stuff's been going and chatted a good bit about stuff like that. How, not too long ago I had talked about, you know, we know that, well, we both know that I'm pretty well into social media at this point in time, like Facebook and, Twitter, and like what we're doing right now, YouTube, YouTube, YouTube and stuff, YouTube, YouTube and stuff, YouTube and stuff. Um, uh, I know there's been a couple instances where when I may have talked a little bit about this in maybe one of my videos or a couple of my videos. I may not have, but I've talked about how, there's been times where a couple of the people that currently work at places like TC Hooligans, I do, however, have currently on Facebook friend list, and that's all cool. 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 That's all cool and stuff. That's all cool and stuff. They don't seem to have any issue with it at this point in time. I know a couple other people that currently work there that have, sent requests to, haven't been as content as those couple of other people with that. And we sort of discussed a little bit more before how usually it's not the best in dress to get into that, with customers versus people that work there, and how, it's one thing if you were going there like regularly, like, it just, if you're just, going there like every once in a while, and that's how we're doing it, just mostly every once in a while, every now and then, every once in a while, it's not quite as much like you've gotten to know such people. So, and of course, we had sort of, just discussed how, there's been times when I've, at first shown signs of wishing for more certain friends, like outside of LAI and lifetime assistance, but then a little bit afterwards don't seem to take that as serious, really, after that. Um, you know, perhaps like, maybe like should try and, it's probably good to try to get that guard down a little bit, you know, it takes time to get your guard down. Takes time to get your takes time to get you takes time to get your guard down and stuff. We know that. Well, couple other things. The second thing I thought I would let you all know. So the part one that I had done with blogging and videoing of last night's first Sunday night football game of 2019 NFL football season. I've got all posted and stuff, and it's all up. However, the fact that there was kind of this was kind of a copyright thing, kind of. The fact that, they also, the NFL networking kind of, does a lot of work with YouTube as well. It kind of had a good bit to do with a good bit of their content and stuff. So it's not that, it's not that it's blocked from other people seeing it at all. It's just it's blocked from certain people in certain countries seeing it. So it sounds like it says that, my part one of viewing part of last night's first Sunday night football game of 2019 NFL football season, even 100th anniversary NFL football season. That blog, that video, it's not blocked completely or totally, but it is kind of blocked from, certain people in certain countries seeing it. So, I mean, it sounds like for anybody in United States, for anybody throughout the rest of, throughout the rest throughout the throughout the throughout the rest of, throughout the throughout throughout the throughout the rest of the United States and stuff, it sounds like it should be fine. But for people in other certain countries, it's blocked from other people in other certain countries seeing it from other certain countries. So it's still there for all you that live in for all you that live in the United States. I would think you probably should be fine to see that to see that to see that to see that one and that blog and that video. But for people in other certain countries outside of the United States, not so much. Not so. Not so much for other people in other certain countries, in other certain countries outside of the United States. And that also reminds me, well, just as I thought, New England really flattened Pittsburgh pretty good last night. All that Pittsburgh, it looks like, even all that Pittsburgh and Steelers even scored was just a field goal, and that was it. The final score was 33-3. New England 33, Pittsburgh Steelers only Pittsburgh Steelers only three. I told you how for a lot of teams, unless it's another team that's really, really good and able to be even better than New England, most teams, you can't get past you can't get you can't get past you can't get past you can't get past New England. So there's that. One other thing too. So I've told you how I've sort of kind of tried getting in touch with the place and group home that I had done Darien Lake with end of June couple months ago on Bills versus Eagles game for the 27th of October, since it sounds like a lot of people have been talking about trying to go to that game from there. Well, it sounds like their head manager is back from being ill. I first gave them a buzz later on this morning, a little later on this morning, and the person I had talked to said, "Yeah, no problem. They're just on another line." And then an hour later, I decided to give a buzz back and see where things stood at the time, and still was on other line. Then a little bit after that, one of our that then that that then a little bit after then a little bit after that, one of our managers here had kind of relayed and brought to my attention how they had kind of just kind of brought to our people's attention here how had given them a buzz a good number of times lately regarding Bills versus Eagles game for later on next month, the final Sunday of next month, soon before Halloween, soon be, soon, soon before, soon be, soon before, soon, soon be, soon, soon, soon before, soon before, soon before, soon be, soon before how, soon before, soon before, soon before, soon before, soon before, soon before Halloween, soon before Halloween, soon before Halloween and stuff, the 27th of October. And so when they had asked, quote, "Can we chat?" At first I was a little concerned that maybe there was a little more further concern about yesterday with where we ended up going for watching NFL for where 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 we ended for where we for where we ended up for where we ended up going watching NFL football yesterday. But luckily, as of now, so far, well, luckily that was not the case. It was more about giving the group home, again, the name of the group home that I did, Darien Lake with end of June. It's, again, like I told you in one of my other recent videos, it's called Scarlet Maple. Stuff that just relayed how it given Scarlet Maple a buzz a good number of times lately regarding Bills versus Eagles game for the 27th of October. For the 27th for the 27th for the 20 for the 27th of October, and they said, and stuff said pretty much from here on out between now and then, kind of like to just let our people and current managers here kind of work with that, and that if people like myself between now and then have a question on where things stand, to maybe like write down on a piece of paper and then or bring it to their attention, and then they can send management at Scarlet Maple an email to see where things stand in maybe like couple weeks or whatnot. The fact of the matter is they haven't really dealt with a whole lot of planning process right now, because their head manager that was out ill almost all of or at least, or if not a lot of last week, has a good bit of catching up to do from being out ill. So so between now and then, if you have any questions or concerns, to bring it to our current management's attention here, and then they can kind of send Scarlet Maple's management an email to further see and follow up and see where they stand between now and then. Well, our dear
our deer are back out. Our de- our our deer are back out. It's slowly getting dark here. It's late in the day. It's been another chilly day. Oh, a couple of our deer are making a couple weird kind of moves. Last thing too, another thing that myself and one of our other people that it had been a while since we've seen it talked about was how, you know, not too long ago we had the situation at work where we were kind of getting a bit too, remember a few weeks back, well now pretty well over a month ago when I had one of my videos be about how I had small slight fuse over bringing carts in at work at BJ's, kind of a bit too wild and stuff. You know, we had just, you know, talked about how, you know, they had just, you know, asked, quote, well, are you still cool with that job? And we ultimately said, you know, at least at this point right now, you know, at least for now, at least at this point right now. And I'm a little too tired to go too much into detail about right now. I'll maybe do a vlog or video, try to do a vlog or video at a later date, some point soon, when I have a little more energy to go more into a little bit more detail. But biggest thing is, you know, again, there's definitely a big difference in the big picture with you know, working at this time this year from how it was at this time last year. This time last year, you know, we were getting into the situation of how had just recently interviewed at Tops, and then kind of at first was cool with it while still there, but then after got home kind of declined, and then everybody was starting to get concerned and things were getting worrisome. Things are a lot more settled. The big picture with stuff like that is a lot more settled at this time this year from how it was at this time last year. This is kind of, I know, another vlog and video that may kind of be kind of a bit low-key to a good bit of you and stuff, you know, and I sort of apologize for that. I'm just sort of slightly out of sorts right now. I'm just kind of tired and stuff. I don't think you folks can see too well, but we got an RTS Access public transportation bus bringing somebody home, probably.